For the first time in the Greek Freak's very young but still legendary career, Giannis Antetokounmpo has not made any firm decisions on his future in Milwaukee. The franchise's undoubtedly best player of all time has exited the first round for a third consecutive postseason. Damian Lillard tore his Achilles. He's going to miss all of next year, most likely. And now Milwaukee's looking around like, what do we do from here? They don't really have many picks in the first round going forward. And Giannis is apparently undecided, coming off of one of the best seasons of his career where he averaged 30, 12, and 6.5 assists on 60% shooting from the field in 67 games. What do you do with this team? The Bucks are $23 million below the luxury tax and $41 million below the second apron without Brook Lopez. And if they re-sign him, you don't even want to talk about what the Bucks will be financially. I do believe this is a great opportunity for Giannis and the Bucks to part ways. I thought he could have did it a couple years ago once he won the championship, but Giannis is a loyal dude. He comes from nothing. He decided to give Milwaukee another run at it. I don't believe Milwaukee failed Giannis, and I darn sure don't believe Giannis failed Milwaukee. The Bucks tried. Chris Middleton essentially had so many injuries in his prime. He went from a B+, A- player in the league to essentially a D+ unplayable guy in literally 2.5 seasons. That's not Milwaukee's fault. They tried to fix it by going and bringing in some more offense, and Damian Lillard unadvisedly trading Drew Holiday to do that. That ain't Milwaukee's fault, really. Giannis was a fringe prospect at best that's turned himself into a top 30 player of all time. He for sure didn't cheat Milwaukee. Listen, nothing is wrong with both of these sides saying we had a great relationship, shared some great time together, won the ultimate ring together, but it's the right moment to part and go our separate ways. Milwaukee needs to start this thing over financially. It's no point in having Giannis on your roster and you can barely make the playoffs next year. And for Giannis, he's in championship window mode. He needs to go somewhere where he can compete. The Spurs got multiple draft picks. You got to kind of think about the Spurs having 2 lottery picks in this year's draft, a destination that makes sense for both sides potentially. I think you got to kind of weigh those options if you're Giannis and the Bucks. It's Ferro's favorite time of the year, ladies and gentlemen. The NBA playoffs are intense, and my sponsor partners over at Underdog want to make that intensity worth your while. Underdog has released a new game that I am really feeling called Ladders, and I'll break it down to you. It's simple. You can win up to 100 times your money by selecting 3 to 5 players who you think will go off throughout a series. As a player hits a higher rung, your payout will jump up. It's simple as that. And when you sign up, all you got to do is use your boy promo code Ferro, F-E-R-R-O. You know I'm going to throw you a few dollars extra on your first deposit. Try Ladders out right now, only available on Underdog. Enjoy the Western Conference, Eastern Conference, and NBA Finals. We not only know Jason Tatum's season is over, but we know the unfortunate has happened to this young superstar. Tatum ruptured his right Achilles, which means he's probably going to miss another year's worth of time. This dude was having the game of his life, one of the best of his career, 43 points in the Garden, your team down 2-1, trying to repeat as NBA champions. It just doesn't get any better than that. You dream of moments like that as a kid. He's literally lighting up New York City. He goes for the loose ball, something he's probably done 1,000,000 times in his life, literally, and that thing pops off the bone. And for Tatum, he pretty much essentially ends the Celtics' chances at a repeat. I talked about what that means for the Boston Celtics going forward, what that means for the league going forward. But what about Jason Tatum? When he returns to basketball around the age 28, 29, I think there's going to be so much more appreciation for what this young man has already accomplished in his career. Probably similar to Kevin Durant after he came off his Achilles injury. People are just going to be happy to see Tatum play basketball. Let's not forget, this dude alongside Jaylen Brown have pretty much been the best ticket in the NBA you could buy over the last 5-6 years since they got into the league wearing that Boston green. They play basketball a lot. And Tatum won't be able to play as much basketball as he did in the past. He's going to have to manage that body now. He's in that stage of his career now. But he probably also will be in the championship window. I think fans all over, when Tatum does return, are going to appreciate him. They ain't going to talk about the finals MVP as much. They ain't going to talk about what he doesn't bring to a team. When he returns, there will be more appreciation for the young, already on pace to be a Hall of Famer for the Boston Celtics.